you're going to be adding pages. So if you all can open up a Google Chrome, if you haven't added, if you see up here, y'all can see my screen, right? I'm pointing to the Bitmoji at the top. If you go to Google and then just look for a Bitmoji extension. If you look for Bitmoji, if you search for it, you click on it, and it'll take you to download the extension, which I already have it. So it'll have like a little download button here, and it'll ask you, you'll download it and it'll pop up here, and you'll have to sign in with the credentials that you created on your app. So if y'all want to start by doing that, again, you just Google, go to Bitmoji Chrome, Google Bitmoji extension, and it's the first one there. And then just download it and it'll pop up there. So it'll look like this. And you just log in. And once you have it there, if you've already done it, once you have it there, it'll look like this. And then that's how you get your Bitmoji on there. And then we'll continue in a little bit. So if you are doing that now, just I guess on the chat, just do a thumbs up to let me know that you've got it.
So I got my drink. So I got my drink. So look at my drink.
Okay, baby. If you're having trouble, please let me know. Again, it's Bitmoji extension. Once you're done, if you want to open your Google Slides as well, if you already have it open, is everyone good to go so I can continue, or do y'all need some more time? Amanda, are you okay?
Apple. I carry.
Okay. I'm gonna go on. If you're having trouble, Amanda, let me know. But once you have, I'm searching for the extension, the image. Oh, okay. It should be the first. Usually, it's like it'll be the first one, and then once you click on it, but I think it has to be through Chrome. So make sure it's your Chrome, and then it'll have the download button here. And you click on it, and it'll automatically send it there. And if you've already signed in, those of you who already have it, sign into it, and then just make sure it's like super easy. Okay, so she's got, and so open up your Google, your Google Slides, yeah, and then when you hit the blank screen to add it, or you pick the blank screen, delete the text boxes that are on there. It'll come with like whatever slide you chose. Just delete the text boxes. Just click on them, make them blue, and just hit delete, and you'll have a blank screen, a blank page to work, or a blank slide to work with. Once you have your blank slide, then comes the fun part. All it is it's tedious, but it's just a bunch of layering and adding. You're gonna click background and choose an image. Make sure it's choose an image, and choose whatever you'd like. For me, and what I was told when I went to the training, go to Google Image, and most of the time they searched floor and wall. So you go to, let me go back again to you click on the background, this pops up, choose an image and floor and wall, hit enter, and then several of them will pop up. If it's not what you want, there's something else that you're looking for, just search on here. Maybe you can search, I don't know, blank or empty classroom. Oh, okay. So just something that resembles a classroom that you would like, just kind of put the words in the search there. I know there's a couple of dance teachers on here. I put a dance studio, and this came out. I found that, these didn't work because they weren't flat to the screen. That's why I went with what I went with. But you can just search whatever you'd like. And then once you click on it, see this, I think this is the one I chose, but let's just say I chose this one because it has so once you click, you can double click on it, or you click on it and you hit insert, and it'll automatically pop up to your background on your screen. And then once it's there, there's no moving it. You can delete it, you can take it off, but once, it's there. So if you are up to there and you chose what you'd like, whatever you want to start with for now, and then you can change it up. You can change it later, but if I can go on, just let me know. If you have a question, if you're stuck, let me know. But again, it's background, choose an image, and then type in what you would like from there. You know, I've seen some people use, you know, different kinds of whatever suits you. It doesn't necessarily, I've seen a lot of people choose more relaxing settings as opposed to an actual classroom. So it's basically whatever you want to present to your students. So from here, if I can go on, the biggest thing that everyone is crazy about, and if you noticed on my slide, this is not my page, I put it on here, but there is a Facebook page. It's called Bitmoji Craze for Educators. And I was invited to this page, and it has so many people that are, you know, just going really, really crazy with this Bitmoji virtual classroom. And they're even sharing their classroom. So you can completely take their classroom that's already made if you don't want to go through this whole process. You take their classroom and you make it your own. You can change, like for instance, if I share mine, you can change, you know, I didn't like this picture, you can change this picture, or, you know, I want to move this to the other side, or whatever you want to add, it's already pre-made. I haven't seen any dance ones on there. They're more elementary classrooms and core classes, but it'll give you a start if you want something already. So from here, click on your Bitmoji extension up here, and then you just drag, you know, search here, anything you want. For the most part, the basic ones were sit, stand, I think read. So just search, you can search for a sitting one. And I know some of them are going to be funny, but search for a sitting one if you want to be sitting at a desk. You just click on her or him and you drag her in there, drag them in there, and they'll automatically pop in. So there she is. From here, I'm going to need a chair. So you can either, there's several ways, and you don't have to do it just this way. Insert image, and please slow me down if I'm going too fast. Insert image. If you already have something, which I'll show you in a little bit, you can get stuff from the internet, but you can search the web and it'll pop up on the side. So again, if once you've already dragged, let's say you want one sitting at your desk, you drag your Bitmoji in, click on insert, image, you search the web and search for chair. So type it in and then several chairs will come out. And just look for one that, you know, looks more or less to your likings on what you would prefer. And you can drag it in there. I'll just use this one. I'll just use that one for now. So notice on this how it has the background on it, and I don't want the background. So you're going to have to either put in transparent, where the background of it is going to be off. So you see how the background's not on there, it's not white in the back. So the words to use when you're searching, even if you search on Google, is transparent and then whatever you're searching for, or whatever you're searching for with a PNG afterwards. So let's say I decided to use chair, PNG, and then I would put PNG. It'll give me chairs that have no backgrounds to them. Most of the time. All the time. You have to search for the ones that, and it's easier if I do it on through the outside on Google Chrome. So once you have your chair, you're gonna need to click on, size it up to where you want it, put it where you want it, and click on your Bitmoji, and you're gonna need to bring your Bitmoji to the front. Or send your chair to the back. So you can right click. Let's go with my Bitmoji. Right click your Bitmoji, and then go to order, and you're gonna bring to front, and that brings me to the front, and I can sit myself on the chair. And you just adjust where you want to sit. And then you just kind of, all it is just layering from there. The biggest thing is, you notice how my box is really big around me. What you can do is crop it. So if you want to click on it, you can either double click it, and the cropping, these little cropping, I don't know what they're called, but they're the little symbols, they pop up. Size it down a little. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Make sure you grab the little black lines. Size them down to where you get your box closest to you, because the wider you have your box, and your kids, if they want to start clicking on something, let's say they wanted to click something that you put here, you click on it, and your box is big, so they're going to end up clicking on you instead of, you know, whatever's there. So try to, on all your images, size the image down as close as possible to the object. That way, you know, they don't have that there. So another little thing that you can do to make sure that both of them are together, you can click your image, shift, and then click the chair. So now you have connected both of them. Click your Bitmoji, hold the shift button down, click the chair, and then you're going to make sure you find this little arrow, the one that looks like a plus sign. Find it, right click, and group. That way your whole image is grouped, and when you want to move, let's say today I want to sit here, but tomorrow I want to be over here, you know, you're dragging both as opposed to dragging, okay, I'm going to drag my, let's say, let me ungroup. Say I want to drag it. Okay, now I have to drag this, and then I have to drag the chair now. So one more time, that's shift, make sure one object is selected, hold the shift button down, and then click the other one. Make sure they're both selected, right click, group, and it's done. A lot of this you'll find, those of you who are, you know, really savvy with I do a lot of this with on a Word document when I'm creating my children's invitations. So I use a lot of this. So you know, when I got into the training, I was already aware of how things worked, and you know, it was easier for me to kind of get started. So all it is a bunch of layering. If you find something that you want, let's say a desk, and you don't find it in that extension on here, find it through your search on insert here, you can go ahead and jump into open a tab, go to Google, and again, search. Okay, let's say I'm going to search for a desk now. Transparent chair. I think I'm spelling it wrong. So let's say I find one that isn't transparent. I will show you how to remove, and you really, really, really want that that image. Sorry, I meant to put desk. Let's say you really want that image, and it doesn't have, it's not transparent in the background. I'm gonna split my websites so that I can show you. So you can, I believe, I don't remember, I can drag it in. Yes, I can drag it in. Yeah. Okay, so notice how it's in the background, and I really wanted that desk, and it's not transparent. you're going to have to, and this is where it becomes a little tedious aside from layering your stuff, you're going to have to save your, right click that image. Let's say this is the one I wanted. Right click the image. You're going to save image as, and just put it somewhere. You can put it in pictures. If you don't want to put it in pictures, put it somewhere else. Save the image however you'd like. And it's already downloaded. So again, I chose this image, but the background is not clear. I right-clicked the image, I saved it onto my folder, and it's there in my pictures. It's right here. So if we're already on that, you're gonna open up a new, and it's called a new tab. It's called remove.bg. Please tell me my kids are too loud. They're having a blast in the living room. It's remove.bg. And then you go there. You upload your image. You can, and I love when this feature came in, you drag and you drop it in, or you can click upload and it'll upload it in there. So as soon as you upload it or as soon as you drag it and you drop it down in there, it automatically removes the background. And then you can download. So once it's already removed the background, click download and it's here. I found that I believe, and let me see if this works, if I remember. Since it's down here and I'm working with it, as opposed to having to go to your downloads folder and it's being there and drag it in, if you don't want to open extra tabs, I think you can do this. Yes. So it's a little, quicker step than to having to open your folder, go to your, the folder that you're in, and you find it there, and then having to drag it in from there. Once you download it and you see it down here in your the toolbar at the bottom, just grab it, drop it in. So let me see. Are you all okay? Am I going too fast? Thumbs up if I'm going okay. And once you find that you're used to something like this, you can already just kind of roll with it and go on your own. So just place your image wherever you'd like. But again, that website is called remove.bg. So you need to save your image first, whatever image it was, and then go to remove.bg and then upload the image. Once it's there, you download the image and then you drag it in from the bottom, from right here. You can drag it in. So once you start with that,
Rocio, is that so the kids won't mess with it?
No, once I'll get to that, the kids will not mess with it. The sharing part of it, you'll go to file and then you'll publish to the web, and it has, so when you publish it to the web, it's going to show it in presentation form to them. So this is mine. So once you share the link to them, it's going to come out like this. You see the whole screen, right? It's mine. Yeah, it'll come out like this, and it's there. They can't. All they can do is just, like I said, for those of you who, there was a few of you on, like my YouTube. What I'm planning to do here, or it depends on where, but once I get into adding the links, I click on YouTube and it takes me to YouTube. So whatever you want them to do, like this, I'll put my announcement here. So I'll put my announcement for the day, or if I have a notes, like I'll put like a little arrow here that says look to the notes, and maybe I'll have a link here that'll take them to whatever I want them to do. What I was planning on doing, like this, for instance, I'm going to start with ballet for my first week, for my first couple of weeks. I'll have, let's say, a ballet link video here, and I'll have them click on this one. I'll have ballet history here, and I'll have them click on this, and it'll take them to, whatever I wanted them to do. And if, I'll have something else here So I'll set it up by what I'm teaching, and they can click on the link. So they'll see this. They won't be able to change anything unless you send them, this. If you send them your actual, like if you share this with them, your Google slide, then yes, you want to just be careful. But once I get into that, the publishing, I'll let you, that'll show you that.
Okay.
Now to add all these things, it's the same thing, whatever you want. You look for yourself, look for, let me see. I think Pinterest has a lot. You can look on Pinterest for ideas. And you see everyone has, whatever, based on whatever you want to do in your classroom, they have all this set up. And, I found it pretty neat that when I got into this and I started seeing, I took a music training for this virtual class with a lot of music teachers, elementary music teachers from the district. And, it was just something resembling a music classroom. But when I started searching for others, I found it pretty interesting how they were set up. Like most of them were elementary classrooms, and how I remember my elementary classroom being. It was pretty neat to see. But you can search, Google, you can search Pinterest. Like I said, go on that Bitmoji craze for educators. They have tons of ideas. So once you start layering your classroom with what you want, you can either search through here, like I mentioned, through image, or Google and clear the background. Now, if you want, it's the same thing. If you want, like this, she's a little, however you pronounce it, a GIF, Jiffy, whatever, however you pronounce that. If you want something like that, you can go the same thing. You look for search on Google, search for, I don't know, whatever GIF you want. Let me see. Search for and then you're gonna have to do the same thing. You're gonna have to download it to your computer if you want the background removed. Oh God, let's say I want Kermit. Let's see. No, I didn't do it this way, but I don't know if it's save image or save link, but let me try that. You're going to go to another one called, I don't know what it was called. Let me pull it. Unscreen, there we go. It's called unscreen.com. And you would search, let me see if it worked from there. Hopefully it didn't save it as an image, but. I don't think it's the video. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so search for one that you can remove everything in the background, but I'm just gonna show you with this one. So you do the same thing. You save your GIF the way you saved your video, your picture. You drag it in there, and then it removes the background. This is not a great example, but then you download it the same way you would the picture, and you can do the same. Where did I leave my classroom? Oh, here it is. then you can, from the bottom, you can drag him into your, you can drag him into your classroom. And there he is dancing. Or whatever, whatever type of GIF you would like, the same thing. So you go to unscreen.com, and then whatever GIF you chose, save it, and then drag him in there, and it'll remove the background. So I'm gonna delete him because I don't want him. But once you start layering your classroom with everything, so I'm gonna go to mine. Once you've already, YouTube, you can look, let's say you want YouTube videos for whatever you're teaching, like Vanessa or Amanda, anything with art, Miss Fuentes, or anything with dance. You can, if you want the actual YouTube logo, go to Google, and whatever logo you want, you search it, YouTube logo PNG or transparent, however, and then you just find it. You either find it that way, or like I said, transparent YouTube logo, and you click on it. And if you're satisfied with whatever, just this, or you want the whole thing, a little fact, I guess, or just to know, if you grab something, because we all know that this little background, the checkered background, means that there is no background on there, but sometimes if you see it on your search, it actually has this checkered on your background. So I can show you real quick. So let's say I chose this one. I'm gonna bring it forward because I think it's, oh no. I don't know why it's not coming. Oh, there we go. See how the checkered is in the background? Don't be fooled by that. If you click on it, let's say this is the one I wanted, and the checkered is on here, I'm more than sure, and I've been, I've been working on my kids and other people's invitations for a long time. So I'm more than sure, and it's happened before, where if it has a checkered background in this little black preview, it's not going to be on there when you drag it in. That's how you would know. But if it's on your search, let's see, like 95% of the time, it's going to be clear in the background. So make sure that you don't get the one that you see the checkered already in the background, like this one or this one. If you see like it's the one you want, but it already in this setting, it gives you the checkered, it's not going to be clear. But if you click on it and you open it in this setting, in this black screen preview, if it's checkered in here, then 95% of the time it's clear. So once you start layering your logos that you want to use, let me show you how to put a link to it. So let's say goodbye to Kermit. Clear up mine. Okay, so once you have all this that you wanted, let's say I want to add a link to, hold on, okay, so once you have your classroom set up, you click on an image that you want, and this little button right here, you can insert the link. So you click on that button. It's like the little link button. You click on it, and let's say YouTube. I go to YouTube. I want to put a video there. I want to put this one on there. So you grab the mute. You copy, you can either copy it from here, but most of the time from up here from your address bar, sometimes it's going to be a really long address, a URL. You can click on here and it'll give you a shorter one. Most of the time it's the same, but I've experienced a lot where they're longer sometimes. You click on, you copy it, go back to your classroom, and you've already clicked to add the link. you right click, paste, and apply. So it's already there. When you click on the link, you click on the picture, it pops up here. But like I said, once you send it to your students in a presentation mode, they just click on the, okay, go ahead. They click on it and it automatically takes them to the video I want them to see. Do y'all have any questions so far? I know I was spitting out a lot of information. I lost that. Okay. Yeah, so it's fairly easy. If you work with, if you work a lot with stuff like this, then it'll come natural to you. The only tedious part is the fact that you have to add everything and make it your own. But once you start getting into it, you're going to find that you're going to be spending hours doing this. So what else? If you all are good, like I said, anything that you search for it either as transparent and then whatever you're searching for, or whatever you're searching for with PNG to the back of it, after what you're searching for. And it'll like I said, most of the time it'll come out with a clear background. If not, you go through those, let me put them on here. Let me delete, y'all like, mami, puedes, por favor? Oh, acá está.
I followed a YouTube video on it, and it didn't have that extra step where you have to download everything. I would just look for the image and then I would, put it on the classroom. But I didn't have to download any image. It just says if you want to save it to do another lesson or whatever, or another slideshow. But other than that, you don't have to. It's at the end that I missed where you have to save everything so the kids don't move it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm almost getting to that. It's okay. So you just kind of publish it to the web. But one last thing I wanted to show you all. I forgot I was going to write here. But one last thing. Oh, yeah, I was going to write the sites for those that remove.bg and unscreen it. Unscreen.com. Those are the two websites to remove either any video that you want with the background or a GIF. Those are the two, and then the remove.bg is the ones for the pictures. Before I show you that publication, if you want a dancing, like how my Bitmoji is dancing, and it's not the same face that you see here, or that you see in this one, it's a process to get this, and this is like it's a pain in the butt, but if you really, really, really want a moving, like it doesn't necessarily have to be a dancing one for me, like for you all, it can be one that's just kind of walking back and forth, or there's several, moving Bitmojis, but you have to take the long way, or I think this is the only way I think I've heard on that Facebook page is that it is this way. You have to log into your Snapchat if you have Snapchat. If you don't, you'll have to create one just so you can do this, but you have to create a, you have to create your Bitmoji through your Snapchat, dress him or her up the way you would if it's the same as that one. And like I said, mine didn't come out the same as mine. If you find that yours did, then that's awesome. But you have to search for the moving snaps for your Bitmojis, and you have to record it on a white wall or on the white background, and then you save it, and then you upload it to that unscreen it, and then you remove the background. So I downloaded several from Snapchat of dancing ones, and I saved them. I emailed them to myself, went to the unscreen it to remove the background, and then I was able to drag my dancing Bitmoji into my room. So if everyone's okay, if y'all don't have any questions, I can move on to how to publish it. That's it. That's pretty much the final step. So it's really not this stupid thing. Go away. Sorry. Okay. So to publish your and mine is already published, but to publish it, you have to go to File and go down to Publish to the web. And then make sure, I don't know what any of this means. They just told us to put every minute when they explained it or when they told us how to do it. They just told us every minute. So it has this here. They mentioned, but then I think I had to pay for it. I looked up, she told me of several sites that shorten this website, this link down, but it's there. Make sure that, I don't know, there was a place, and I don't see it on here, but there was a place that had showed, let me see, let me stop publishing. Are you sure? Okay, there we go. So yours will show like this. So they told me to put every minute, and then you click on start publishing. But there was something that they said, oh, right here. Well, this one's already done, but when I did it, it wasn't like this, where it says required viewers to sign in with their Edinburgh CISD account. I'm not sure. I'm not sure for Brandon and Kelly and Laura if it's the same for you all, but in our district, we have to, it's only for people who have a district email. But it showed on there to only for those within the district can click on it. So once you have it there, and if it gives you any more, guys, addition to this, just make sure you click on where it says required viewers to sign in with the ECISD account and click publish, and then you're okay with it. And okay, so this is what you will send to your students. It's very long, but from what I was told, there is a place, there's a link, and I'll send that to you all, but there's a website that can shorten this link down, but the ones that I was given, they I had to pay for that option. So I just said, oh well, So you just click it, and then you can just send it to your kids. You can put it on Google Classroom. You can go to your Google Classroom, and you can share it with your students, where however you'd like to share it. But it's going to be long, like I said, but once they click on it, so I'll show you. They click on it, this is how they see it. So that way y'all are not worried about, oh, they can change anything. They can't. So they click on it, and it takes them directly to your virtual classroom. What else was I going to say? Oh, and every time you change, every time you go to your drive, I'm going to delete it from here because I don't want them to have it yet. Every time you go to your drive to change anything on your classroom. So, oh, I should have gone back. Okay, let me paste it. Since I added that stuff to show you all today, it'll be on there. This is everything I added today. So it'll be on there. So as you're adding or removing or whatever you're playing around with, it'll be on your, it'll make the changes right away.
So you don't need to republish. That's what you're saying, right?
We don't what? I'm sorry?
You don't need to republish every time you make a change.
No, you don't need to republish. Every time you add, since I added, like I started off with just this, and then today I added these two to show you all, it already automatically uploaded it to, or updated my my publication.
And I figured out how to do it, just the Chrome extension on a regular PC. Are you using an Apple computer?
I'm sorry, am I using what?
An Apple computer?
No, I'm using a Dell, our district computer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's it. It's just really all about how you want your classroom decorated, and whatever you want to add to it. I know, I'm not sure, Vanessa, if they have, since I was with the elementary teachers, I'm not sure. I think they were creating, our district created like a slide with risers on it, and it had everyone's Bitmoji on the risers with their link to their classroom, I believe. And you just click on, they just clicked on their Bitmoji on the risers, and I wish I could share that. And it had like all 30 teachers, elementary teachers on the risers, and you just click on whoever you wanted, and it'll take them to their classroom. And their, whatever I was watching that day of what was already done was pretty amazing. So
I know I saw it. Miss Villarreal showed it to us. Amanda and I saw it at a meeting.
okay, yeah, it was pretty interesting. Everyone's pages. Let me see if I can log on to the, I know I can't get on to. See if it,
And Rocio, you're recording it so we can go back and reference to it, or no?
yes, I'm recording it. Hopefully, I don't know how this whole recording presentation works, but I did record it, so I'm, yes. So I was gonna share it with you all, and that way you can share it to whoever you'd like.
Okay.
It goes into once you can share it with us.
It goes into your share drive, and then there's going to be a link that you can share it with. But I believe it's only going to be people that are through the ECISD on sharing the recording.
I think I can. I know this training that I was in last week. I think she uploaded it to YouTube. So I think that's what I was gonna do, because I don't know, for the people that are not, there's a few people on here that are not from our district. I was gonna upload it to YouTube, and then that way y'all can share the link.
Rosie,
You can do that.
You don't have to upload it to YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Email you in your drive, like you said, email you the link, and then when you can share with people outside of the district. Just send an email to them, so you can see everybody's email in.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I think it'll ask for like an exception, maybe.
It'll say, "Are you okay sharing with blah blah blah," or whatever. You just.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
so
if
this
it's
is
ECISD, we have a block.
We have a block.
Right, we have a block if it's not an ECISD when you're sharing the video, because I had a lot of problems trying to share that. But you can do that other option where you do the download onto your computer and then upload to YouTube.
Oh, okay. So maybe
But
Kelly has it blocked. I was hoping, and I knew it wasn't, and I have to log on, and I don't know my credentials for it. But this is the Bitmoji. I think I saw one. This is the one I'm in. I'm in Bitmoji Craze for Educators, and I thought it would show some here, but I have to be logged on, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know my credentials. But there's also one that I saw, Bitmoji Craze for Teachers. I'm not on that one. I don't know what that one looks like, but I know Facebook has tons of stuff for Bitmojis. So if you want extra stuff or extra help, there's all that stuff there. Or you can always ask me. That's the extent of what I, like I said, I'm still adding to mine, but I wanted to show how many people had several pages on there. They had several slides to their classroom. It's just insane how much they've been working on it.
And it is addicting, like you said, because I started working on it, and then I wanted to add so many things to it, and yeah. But it is time consuming.
Yes, it's time consuming, and then you'll find yourself, like you said, it's addicting, and you'll find yourself, one time I was up till like 3 or 4 in the morning, just try, not even doing, because I did this the day that I had my training with Miss Villarreal. This is exactly what I did that day. And then, what's it called? When I went home, it wasn't that I was adding to this, it was just finding things and I was making my list of things that I wanted to add to this. And I found myself working till like 3 or 4 in the morning just doing that. But how I added our school logo for Longoria, it has a link to our website there. This one has a link. So if you have a Google Meets that you want to do with your students, the same thing. Or you can look for the picture for your Google Classroom. And if you want them like today, like, I want to change this, announcements, click on Google. I'm just going really fast. Click on Google Classroom, and so that's their announcement for the day. They'll read here, and then let's say here I'll have the Google Classroom logo, and they'll just click on that, and it'll take them to their Google Classroom, and they'll just click on your class. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else about. There was something else I wanted to say before Sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, so I forgot what I was going to say. I had something else to say for the classroom, but if that's it, then that's pretty much it. It's just having fun layering your classroom. Do y'all have any questions? Are y'all good? Let me stop presenting. Yes, Laura, of course, I will send it. I will download it to YouTube, and then I will email in the email that I sent you all. I will send it, and then you all can, share it to whoever you'd like, and that's it. If you have any questions, you can always email me or find me. Those of you who have me on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook, and then anything else you have any questions on, I'll be more than happy to help you all. You're welcome,
Thank you,
everybody.
Lucio, for taking time. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Lucio.
Yes, of course, you're welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You're welcome. Thank you, Brandon. I'm going to stop recording.
Lucio, as soon as you hit the stop recording, as soon as you hit that, the